Hello everyone, this is What Is My Purpose. I'm your host, Andre Harris. I greet you in Jesus' love and Jesus' joy. I'd like to give an honor to God, who's the author and finisher of our faith, the author of our salvation. And I'd also like to thank the veterans and enlisted men and women in the United States military for protecting our country. Today, we're visiting Johnson City, Kansas at an establishment, Thomas's, the Taste of Chicago, with Mr. L.T. Thomas, the owner. Mr. Thomas, would you give the viewers a profile of who Mr. Thomas is and how you received the vision to open up Thomas's Taste of Chicago, please?
Yes, sir. My name is Leslie Thomas. Everybody call me L.T. Thomas. And I just had a dream to bring some Chicago-style food here to Junction. So when I got back here, it was nothing here. So I just had to bring the Chicago flavor here, and I'm glad that I did it because everybody loves it, and God is good, and to God be the glory.
Well, I know every time I come to visit, I always come in and patronize with you. And I'm extremely satisfied with your service because you have a servant's heart. And each customer, I know I witnessed you, if a customer was outdoors, you even, as the order was ready, you even took that order out to the customer. So that's a good hospitable touch to have in this line of business. But could you tell the viewers, for someone that is struggling to open up a business, was it hard for you to leave a 9-to-5, and did you struggle or face any setbacks as you opened up your business?
Yes, sir. I struggled. I had my own trucking company, and I did good with that in Chicago. But when I got here, the trucking field wasn't as good as I thought that it was going to be. So I worked job to job, saved my money, and I made my dream happen. You know, so if you believe in God and put your mind to it, then you could do anything.
Well, now they tell me that the sky's the limit, but I see footprints on the moon. So that means that you did not accept any limitations that may have been set on you, such as when you first opened up, did you have your own skin to start, or you went to a financial institution, or did family members help you establish the capital?
You know what? It was me and family, you know, and I couldn't get a loan from the bank or nothing, so I did everything just out of pocket, and my family helped me out. And now I don't owe anybody, so I'm glad it kind of happened like that. To God be the glory.
Now, for young men in the community, or those that will view this interview, those that are in the wolf pit, how would you encourage them to level up, you know, in terms of doing things the right way versus using their imagination and thinking that things come easy in life?
You know what, things don't come easy, and you just got to work hard and pray and, you know, and just do the right thing. And as long as you have a will, then you have a way, you know, but you got to keep God first, you know, and take care of your family and just do things right, and everything is going to pan out.
So what are the metrics that you use to monitor your customers' satisfaction here at the Thomas's Taste of Chicago? Do you use social media or any other outlets?
I use a little social media, but I pass out flyers, and it's pretty much word of mouth, you know, because we got good food, and once you got some good stuff, then the word of mouth is going to get you there, you know.
Well, I'm always pleased when I visit Thomas's Taste of Chicago. I mean, I eat in, but I make sure I take enough carry-out with me to hold me over for at least a couple of days because the food is so delicious. Now, in Johnson City, do you have catering that you would do for events such as weddings or family reunions?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. If they just give us a couple weeks notice, and we can make it happen. Yes, sir.
That's great to hear because it's always good to be flexible in this industry, but when it comes to being flexible, if I could ask this question, as a husband, a businessman, a man of God, a father, how do you balance your time to make sure your business doesn't interfere with you being a husband and a father, vice versa?
God is first, and it's my family, and then it's my business, and I just make sure that I fit everything in a day's work, you know, and I'm there for my family. I make sure I go to church, and I'm here making sure people eat some good food, you know. So, man, the only thing I can say, God is good, man. Like, I'm doing it.
I know when I first read about Thomas's Taste of Chicago, and when I came out to to visit for the first time, I walked in the door and it appeared to me that was just an ordinary gentleman behind the counter, but in fact you're actually extraordinary for what it is that you bring to the community. And I know you're not doing it all on your own, so are there anyone is there anyone you would like to give thanks to?
Yes, sir. I want to give thanks to my mom, my dad, my brothers, my sisters, my stepmom, my kids, my mother-in-law, you know what I'm saying, my friends, you know, everybody, you know what I'm saying, my cousin Tommy, you know what I'm saying, he helped me get the business going as far as, you know, like he went to school for cooking, and my mother-in-law, you know, she made it happen, and she's the cook now, and we just making it happen, man, you know, and people love the food, and I couldn't do it without them, you know, so it's a team effort, family effort. We all family, and it's a team, and God is good, and we just making it happen.
What would your mother-in-law's name be that's the cook here?
Pamela Hill.
Okay. I know that God does bless his families, you know, even back in Abraham's day, he had spoken a blessing over Abraham. And when a family does work together, God does bless them. And it's great to see that you as a young entrepreneur and businessman leveling up in not just this economy, but just in the things that families face overall, you know, and then you have your roots in a, home church, because I noticed that you spoke of your church family, and that's absolutely fabulous, Mr. Thomas. For someone that is struggling as a father or as a businessman, an entrepreneur, what advice would you give them to stay the course?
Man, like, it's a hard course, but it's doable. And I mean, it's nothing easy, you know, and you just got to walk the walk and talk the talk and be focused and keep God first and just work hard at it. And, you know, and man, and anything is possible through God, you know, so.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you just got to be focused, man. Just believe in yourself and go out and do it, and don't talk about it. Go out and do it.
Was there ever a time when you had people to encourage you that this isn't the route that you wanted to go, and that perhaps this wasn't the time for Thomas's Taste of Chicago to be opened up?
Oh, yes, sir. A lot of people told me that. But you know what? I had a dream, and I pursued it, and it worked out. If I'd have listened to everybody else, then it wouldn't have happened, you know, because there was more people like that was telling me it's not going to work, I shouldn't do it, this, you know. So, you know, I took it upon myself and talked to God, and, you know, and talked to my pastor and whatnot, and, man, and everything worked out, you know.
So that was great that you had consulted with your pastor and with God before actually opening your business. So a lot of men, we're too proud to consult with the pastor. We believe we always have all the answers. Now, as we close the interview, are you looking to expand, Thomas's Taste of Chicago?
Yes, sir, definitely. Yes, sir. So if it's not a Thomas Taste of Chicago, by you, hopefully we'll get there soon.
All right then. Mr. Thomas, it was great for you to give us an opportunity to visit your establishment and interview you. Not every day is everyone being successful at what they're doing, but I see you give God all the honor and the glory, and that's a big plus. Now, before we close, is there anything you'd like to say to your prospective customers as well as those that support you?
I just want to thank Junction City, Manhattan, Topeka, Salina, Abilene, everybody that comes out here, Chapman. You know, thank you very much, and I'm gonna do my best to stay open and get y'all some good food and expand. And I want to thank my family and my church family, and you know, I couldn't do it without everybody that pitched in and helped and all the prayers and everything. And thank you and your peoples for giving me this interview. It really means a lot to me.
Mr. Thomas, it's our pleasure. Once again, this is What Is My Purpose? I'm Andre Harris. I'd like to give an honor to God, who is the author and finisher of our faith, the author of our salvation. I'd also like to thank the veterans and enlisted men and women in the United States military for protecting our country. Thank you.